Hey everyone, gwsmallwood, the Shaving Disciple, and today I'm going to be reviewing some Taylor of Old Bond Street, Jermyn Street Shaving Cream, and I'm also going to be giving you guys a first look at the new Heritage Collection, homage to the Gibbs adjustable razor. Welcome everybody. So I'll start by saying I'm not going to talk too much about this razor in this video, just because this is the first time I'm using this and I'm not actually sure if this video will air before my first thoughts and my review videos. So if you're looking for more information on this razor, I'm not going to be giving a ton of it in this particular video. What I am going to be talking about is Taylor of Old Bond Street, Jermyn Street Shaving Cream. So Jermyn Street is a line of products from Taylor of Old Bond Street in England. They have anything from shampoos, body soaps, shower gels, to the shaving cream and the aftershave and the cologne, the whole line. The notes on the website specifically say it's allergen free and formulated for sensitive skin. So I don't have particularly sensitive skin, a little bit on the neck area, but I think that's typical of most men. I'm not particularly sensitive to many of the scent ingredients or other things that typically irritate some of the more sensitive skin people. But this is still a good soap and I still enjoy using it. So this is a fougere scent. To me, this comes across as very typical London barbershop. I'll throw up the scent description here, but the website says it's a modern fougere with bergamot, lemon, lime, lavender, geranium, neroli, musk, patchouli. There's quite a few things in there, but to my nose, it's very bright. You definitely get the lemon and the bergamot and kind of that subtle lavender underneath of it, as well as the other scents blending in at the base. Very, very bright, very good, fresh spring, summer kind of scent. I would say it's kind of similar in scent profile to a WSP barbershop or Razor Emporium's barbershop. So I'm going to show you guys an ingredient list here that I pulled off of a review from Mantic59's website, sharpologist.com. So he specifically talks about in that they don't list the ingredients on the Taylor of Old Bond Street website directly, and looking around on the web, he was able to find a handful of different, subtly different ingredients. So it's possible that this formula has changed slightly over time. Like I said, they claim it's like 96-97% allergen free. So for the vast majority of the people who struggle with sensitivities, this should work for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and lather up and we'll get on with the shave and talk about the soap a little bit more as we shave. So I got my lather built and used my this is a Maggard 22mm synthetic that I set into an old Vanderhagen handle. So this is the first knot I ever actually set, and this was like my first transplant project. So this is kind of a sentimental brush. The knot's a little small at 22mm, relatively speaking. So I typically only use this for face shaves, not head shaves. Let's go ahead and show you the lather there. So it does generate a pretty good lather. Taylor of Old Bond Street for me, and it's true of most creams, actually tends to create a more airy lather for me. So this is a cream, and the difference, primary difference between soaps and creams is going to be the water content. So creams typically start with a higher water content. So they're a little bit more temperamental when lathering. You have to be careful not to get too much water or to start agitating too quickly and get your lather too airy, which is the problem I tend to have. They do make this in soap form as well. It comes in, I think it's a triple milled hard soap puck. It also comes in a tube instead of a tub if you want cream from the tube. The cost for this tub is $20.99 for 5.3 ounces. And that comes in at $3.96 an ounce, which I think for a cream is a fair price. Now, you can't compare value in price per ounce directly between creams and soaps, because when it comes to the same volume, like I said, there's more water content in the creams, so they're going to get used up a little bit faster. But if you're comparing this to other creams, as far as value goes, I think this is kind of right in the middle of the road. You can get like Latoya and Old Spice and some of those other kind of Pro Raso. There's quite a few other creams that you can get that are a little bit cheaper, but there's also quite a bit more that are on the higher end, like the Trumpers and the like WSP makes a cream, but it's kind of pricey. So Lather's pretty good. I would say my take is the Lather is just average for Taylor of Old Bond Street for me. Now, average is not bad. So for me, average would be similar to like a Razor Rock or Phoenix Artisan Accoutrement CK1 formula. To me, those are kind of average level, which still good, but there's nothing particularly special about them. To me, I end up with a little bit more air in the lather than I'd like, so it's average. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the Heritage Collection Gibbs. I've got a PermaSharp Super fresh blade loaded in here, and like I said, this is the first time I'm using this razor. I got it on 6, so this will dial up to probably double that if you really wanted to try. So we're going to start it today at 6 and see how it feels. Like I said, I'm not going to talk too much about this razor today because I want to highlight the soap, and this is the first time using this razor, so I don't want to give too many thoughts. And you might have already seen my other review videos because I have a feeling this particular video won't post until a little bit later. So the soap's working well, plenty of slickness. Like I said, not as good as like a CK6 formula or a 345 soap or a Murphy and McNeil. You know, it's not quite that level when it comes to slickness and comfort, but it's nice. The scent on this lathered, I would say, is on the low side, which you would expect from a soap that is meant for people with sensitive skin. Like I said, my nose really picks up that bright citrus. So the bergamot, the lemon, and lime, those are kind of the dominant. The dominant notes. So my particular tub is a few years old, and because of that, it's lost a little bit of its water content. It's first pass done, which makes it a little bit more firm. It's actually closer to like the consistency of like a Razor Rock soap now, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It just means some of the water content has evaporated off. But just be aware that tends to happen with Taylor of Old Bond Street creams over time. I'm going to go ahead and rinse, and then I'll come back for pass 2. So I had a giveaway going for a Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Amber Aerolite brush that I reviewed a few weeks ago. And so it's time to announce the winner of that. So the winner of the Amber Aerolite brush is Tyler Moen. So Tyler's been a subscriber of the channel for a few months now, which I really appreciate. That's why I do these giveaways, to say thank you to all of you who are watching these videos. So it's really cool that Tyler won this brush. Like I said, he's been active on my channel for a couple of months now. I've interacted with him quite a bit on Facebook groups. I know Tyler's been going through some challenges lately, positive but challenging nonetheless, changes in his life. So I'm sure he will really appreciate this brush. So Tyler, contact me either Facebook or Instagram Messenger on my Shaving Disciple pages, or you can email me at tsd@gwsmallwood.com. That's tsd@gwsmallwood.com. So congratulations to Tyler. Thank you to everybody who entered, and stay tuned for the next set of giveaways. So I don't know if you guys can see, but this brush handle, like I said, was my first shaving brush. This was my one that came in my Vanderhagen kit, my first kit. And I always liked the shape of the handle. I felt it was ergonomic, but I did not like that bore knot in it. So I had bought a couple of brushes from Derek over at Wild West Brushworks, and I hadn't set the knots yet. So I used this as my tester to convince myself I knew how to set a knot. But if you'll notice, this is kind of a navy blue mottled color. So this is my warning to all of you who want to try the steam method of removing knots from your brushes. So this particular handle is not acrylic, so it was not made to really withstand. This is kind of almost feels like a laminated layered plastic. It actually had some layers that kind of peeled off of it and discolored when I tried to steam the knot out of it. So definitely don't try that with a Vanderhagen brush. But I would say even with an acrylic, you run the risk when steaming them out of kind of ruining the handles. A lot of people have done it successfully, but I also know of a few who've cracked handles or discolored handles. So you have to decide how much risk you're willing to take. So, like I said, this soap, to me, I struggle to keep it from going airy on me. It dissipates a little bit more quickly than some of my, what I would consider my better sort soaps, my above average to fantastic performing soaps. In comparison, this one, it dissipates a little bit more quickly. It ends up a little bit more airy. It still works well. And I know a lot of people don't have that problem. A lot of people are able to generate fantastic lathers with Taylor Bold Bond Street. I struggle a bit with it. But I also struggle a bit with creams in general. I tend to have this problem with a lot of creams. Now, my wife has a tub of Moon Soaps Amaretto. That I will say that one is much better. That one I get lather that's a lot closer to what I get from a soap. And really it's just personal preference, what works for you, what you enjoy. I know a lot of people like the creams because they're quicker and easier to generate a lather with. So that's my first shave down with the Heritage Collection adjustable. Homage to the Gibbs razor. So seemed to went well. I haven't used it on my head yet, so we'll see how that goes tomorrow. The soap worked really, really well. I'm gonna go ahead and take a shower, finish up, and I'll come back for a post shave and let you guys know some final thoughts on the Jermyn Street. So I finished up off camera with a shower, a little bit of Thayer's Cucumber Witch Hazel as my aftershave, and then use a little bit of the Cave Beard Oil. So Jermyn Street, again, this is a, to me, average performing cream, cream, soap, either way, it's average performing for me. Not bad, average, at a fair price. If you're looking for something that has a little bit better performance and the same general scent profile, I would check out WSP's Barbershop Cream. That to me is better performance and similar scent profile. Now this is really, really good if you are sensitive to fragrances or soap ingredients. This is marketed to people with sensitive skin. So if you are sensitive to certain soap ingredients or fragrances, but you don't want to stick with just unscented soaps, this is a good option to try because while the scent is light, it is there and you get to enjoy it while you shave, which to me is part of why I enjoy this hobby so much. So hopefully you guys found that review helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.